Whistle Gang Podcast is back for another episode. What's
Yep.
good? What's good? What's good?
What's up, family? How you doing?
Gang, what's up, y'all?
Yeah, as y'all know, we try to keep it funky. We try to keep guests coming in and out. People who have opinions about what's going on in 49er land. And this guy joining us has some real strong opinions about the state of the 49ers right now. It's my man DB Darnell joining us from New York. What's up, man? Welcome.
What's up, Darnell?
What's
How
up,
you?
Ferb? What's up, man? How y'all feeling, man? Thank you for inviting me on to the show. Big fan of y'all work.
No doubt. Listen, I can't be the only controversial one, so welcome, man. Maybe you'll have haters online like I got, you know?
Well, bro, I like to talk junk and speak my mind, bro. So if that brings the haters, that's what it's going to be.
They don't be haters from the other team all the time. They be our own. You know, they want us to be, you know, as Ferb called them, homers. You know what I mean? I believe in talking the real talk and trying to talk real football, you know what I mean, from a football standpoint, ex-player, ex-coach on the college level, you know. So I try to make sure I'm talking X's and O's and not just that what we see on Sports Center on Monday morning or, you know what I mean, late night. I try to make sure I'm going through the X's and O's, trying to figure out not just the player habits on the field, but also the psyche of the player or the team, you know, try to figure out where we are.
No, 100%. I mean, Brad, to tell you, I be going back and forth with our own little group on the chat group. They think I'm crazy, but I mean, I call a spade a spade. I mean, player playing good, I say he playing good. If he's not, I'm gonna let him know.
So let's jump right into it.
Get it to us.
Level of concern right now. The one being you're not worried. 10 being like fire everybody. Obviously, as you know, we lost yesterday to the Bengals, 31-17. It did not look good from all aspects of football. Even though we were in the game in the fourth quarter or headed into the fourth quarter. We're 5-3. We're in second place in the division. But we are 2-0 in the division. But Seattle has taken over first place as of now. So right now, what's your level of concern?
DB, to you first, brother. Guess first.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm about a 6. I mean, the way the defense is playing the last 3 weeks is very concerning. I think Kyle said something like yesterday, like 18 of the 20 first downs in the first half is on first and second down. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, we're not even getting teams really into third down and short, third down and long. We're struggling to get off the field at all. I mean, the third stringer from the Browns moved the ball pretty well versus Kirk Cousins annihilated us. And you've seen what Joe did to us last night. It's like we get no resistance. And then offensively, I do understand we do have a big Trent and Debo out, but scoring 17 points, we got a lot of weapons. We got to be able to score
3
more
games straight. We scored right. 17.
Yeah, I mean, and Purdy. I mean, Brad, to tell you, I'm not the biggest believer in Purdy. I think when, like you guys call somebody homer, when all the engines is clicking and the guns is loaded, Purdy can lead the team, no problem. But if the pressure gets tight, fourth quarter, he's becoming a problem.
What? So I guess I'll put in my number. I'm probably a 6 or 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. And my concern,
you're pretty high.
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
I'm concerned that we haven't found our identity on defense. That's what my concern. My concern of us making the playoffs. If that's what your final question is, I'm not as concerned. I'm thinking I'm a 4 or 5. But our ability to win some games, beat the teams in the NFC West, I think those things will happen, right? But if I'm talking about our chances of winning the Super Bowl and having a run like we had last year, I'm at a 7, right? And my concern is we haven't found our identity on defense. We thought we was going to hide behind this high-priced defensive line that hasn't shown up in 7 weeks, right? Linebackers are banged up. My boy, Big Play Dre is banged up. And I think we've shown that our secondary is patootie. Right? I don't know if that's even a real word. Like I said last episode, Moody Ward is handsy. Isaiah Oliver showed me that he's a better tackler than he is a cover guy. So maybe he's a safety by design, not a nickel back player. I'm just, again, and DB, I'll disagree with you just a little bit. I think Purdy has the tools even when the tools are not available to him. I think the defense still weak. Again, think about the time of possession. Think about the extra opportunities that we got last year because the defense were forcing turnovers, 3 and outs, being very, very dominant. So we have more opportunities to get things done. Right now, the defense can't do anything, so we're playing from behind more. We're playing to catch up. We reduce our opportunities to make plays, and I think it puts us in a situation where he may be pressing a little bit. So I know people thinking we can hit the sophomore wall or this 2-year, the rookie wall or whatever situation is. I think he's more pressing right now. I think he's pressing to show that he can or will be the person to lead the Niners to the situation. I think he's trying to overcompensate for the missing reps from Debo or, what else is going on. And then lastly, we got about 10 guys that's on our roster that serves no purpose. And I'm talking about serve no purpose at all. Honestly, you want me to name a couple high-priced guys I would love to have their check and I can go do what they do at practice? I can name a couple of them that they don't do anything. The 2 tight ends that high Kittle, I don't know what they do for us.
They come in and block on them short downs.
Elijah Mitchell, I have no clue what he does for us.
Elijah Mitchell had some good years before this year, so
again, we talking about today. What did Janet Jackson say? What have you done for me lately?
No, I agree. Elijah, all the backs besides McCaffrey.
Again, I'm looking that there are guys on our roster that doesn't add anything to what we do, and we're holding on to a lot of names, a lot of bodies. I mean, I think yesterday was the first time I heard Armstead name in 7 weeks.
Oh yeah, I agree with Armstead. Armstead is stealing money from us. I mean, I believe Armstead should have been let go a little while ago, not just yet.
So I mean, there's about 7 guys, 10 guys that I can probably name that's not helping us get to where we need to be. I can start in the receiver core. A lot of those guys are not holding their own. I mean, when I look at everybody else's design of their team, they have notable names of guys that can get you a bucket or guys that get you a catch. Even the Carolina Panthers won yesterday, and they had guys that I have never heard. I don't even know they played college ball at, but they was able to get us a play yesterday. We got guys.
Hold on. Let's stick to the question. Your level of concern. The level of concern.
A win the Super Bowl is a 7. And winning the Super Bowl is a 7. Us getting into the playoffs, probably a 4 is where I am. I'm going us getting to the playoffs, but getting to the Super Bowl or having a run in the playoffs like we did last year, I'm at a 7 for our where I'm comfortable level. Yep.
I'm not really concerned about the playoffs, to be honest. I think we'll get there. That's not what we're expected to do, though. So playoffs, if that's what you're talking, making the playoffs, I'm not too concerned about that. But in terms of where we want to go, about a 6 right now.
So let me be the voice of the people. Let me be the reason voice of the people, of you two, of everybody.
Let me get my drink first, because they made me. This was a souvenir bottle. These son of a guns made me start drinking.
Shout out to Gold Whiskey.
Man, hell with that. This how upside I am going into the bye. I'm going to drink this bottle the rest of this week to get me through the bye. But go ahead and be the homer that you are.
Listen, people, everybody, DB, Nard. My level of concern right now is a 2. It's really probably like a 1, but I'll say a 2. This, like I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, is normal 49ers season, football, whatever you want to call it. If you go back to 2019, there's a viral tweet that went out, I guess, late last night after everybody started going crazy. This is the best start we've had since 2019, being 5-3. All the other years, we're 3-5, we're 4-3, we're 3-4. This is normal. This is great. The bye came at a great time. We're going to go to the bye. We're going to get semi-healthy. You're going to get Trent back. You're going to get Debo back. We lost Banks to some turf toe, so he'll be out a couple weeks. And we're going to fucking roll. We're going to blow Jacksonville doors off. I'm going to be in the building with my brothers right here on the screen. And we going to wild out in Jacksonville. We're going to win by 100 because we there. And everybody's going to have to start talking about us. Oh, we back? Did they take the bye week to get right? Blah, 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 blah. Everybody relax. What Aaron Rodgers say? RELAX. Just relax. This is normal. If you're not a fan, not a faithful, you should be used to this midseason Kyle Shanahan slump crap. This is normal. We roll it after this. We are rolling after this.
I gave you credit for being able to go on camera last week and say that and predict that we're gonna lose and be a Niner fan and stand on, who's gonna. But now, do you believe in magic? And I hope you do. That's how I feel today. Like you must believe in magic. Like we are at a situation. Like tell me and identify where do you see the play changing at? Like where do you see the value in this team coming in? I mean, I know it's the next question that we'll probably go through is what and I'll start the question.
Let's
I'll
get
start with
what
first,
adjustments you want to see.
Hold on. That's what I'm gonna start with DB first as the guest. What changes do you think you want to see or you think we need to make during this off week? Besides the rest, of course, getting guys back gonna make us a little better. But what changes are you looking to see between what we just showed yesterday on the field and us getting to Jacksonville? What changes are you looking to see, DB? Are you wishing that we make that can make us a better football team by the end?
Oh, 100%. So hopefully we stop playing so much man. Apparently, we're playing a lot of man on first and second downs. We're a zone team. I mean, we don't have the cover guys to go up and lock somebody up and take them away. I mean, our defensive line needs to give us a lot more than they're giving us. They say Bosa has the most hits on a quarterback this season.
Hurries or something.
Yes, I think it was hits, but he's not getting sacks. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's after the quarterback's release it. He's getting his hands on them or whatever the case might be. I think Romo, one of them, said that last night. But the defensive line has to produce more pressure. I mean, the offense, I think, will come around when Debo and Trent will get there. I'm not so concerned about the offense, especially, the turnover thing. I think at the end of the game, if it's not so tight, hopefully, that'll work itself out. Because Purdy can get us there. But the defense is my major concern. In the previous years, when you were talking, Brad, the defense was there. The offense was trying to find its way, but the defense now it's like the defense is all over the place. So we have really nothing to hold our hat on. Like, oh, we're going to the game, we're going to stop somebody, we're going to score. Now it's just like, oh, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? A little disconcerned.
Yep. Brad, what do you think?
Listen, the adjustments we need to see and make is really all on the defense. Now, I'm not like DB was just saying, I'm not concerned about the offense as much. The defense, I don't know. We just need to get back to the basics, get back to us. We need to be in that, when you play Madden and you play that 4-3 base man and it's the two high safeties and everybody else. Like, we need to be in something just like that. Let the boys pin their ears back and go hunt the quarterback. That's all. They don't need to be worrying about tight end overs, whatever. None of that stuff. No stunts. None of that. They just need to get busy. Let Bosa pin his ear back. Go get the quarterback. Let Hargrave pin his ear back. Go get the quarterback. Let Armstead take up two blockers in the middle or something. They just need to regroup. Hopefully they get a couple days off, get away, do whatever, just get away. And Fred need to get back to being Fred, leading this defense, making the adjustments and going. There were some things that I was watching Richard Sherman podcast, and one of the things he was saying, I'm sorry, let me take that back. It's Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan was on the local radio, KNBR. And he was saying about the whole Wilkes up in the booth thing, where the disconnect could possibly be is that, with Fred could come to the sideline and say, this is what I'm seeing, Ryan, D'Amico. This is what I'm seeing, Robert, blah, 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 blah. And they can make the adjustments on the fly. Here, it's like, he is telling, but he's telling his linebacker coach, who now has to relay it back all the way upstairs to Wilkes and vice versa. So there needs to be some type of, not saying that you can't be a great defensive coach from the box, because like Dan Quinn does it for the Cowboys and they're rolling. And maybe we are overthinking, overlooking, over whatever, analyzing it because we're not playing as good. But there's a disconnect between them. Like maybe Fred and Wilkes and and Hufanga and a couple of the other guys, maybe they all go to Cancun for the week or something and hang out and just get to know each other more. But the adjustments definitely need to be on the defensive side. Offensively, obviously, we do need to get back to running the ball. Stop playing from behind the chains. The turnovers definitely hurt. But we got to get back to running the ball. Running the ball opens up the windows that he's throwing in, which is going to make it a lot more easier for him.
Yeah, that's the prediction I made earlier in the week. Last week is seeing Wilkes come from the box. I don't know how we're going to continue to have any success or have any success at all. If I take the first 8 weeks of the season and actually put them in a blender, we haven't been playing well on defense. And I think DB hit it on it early is being an ex-player, ex-coach, the first thing that comes together normally is the defense. The defense is normally way ahead of the offense, doing preseason, doing spring ball, doing all those different things. The defense is normally way ahead of the offense. That's not our situation. We are all over the place on defense right now. I've seen a couple of defense that I may like. I don't know if we got a personnel to run that. I like the 51 nickel, right? I think a lot of people have put us in a situation where we may need to be a 51 nickel team. I mean, we got Dre. I think people have put us in a situation where our linebackers are having to cover. I seen that when Fred goes to a mug look, which is for those that don't know really football, is when he covers up the center, he's standing over a gap, and they know they got tripped to his side, and they're just doing a regular count. And when they're doing a regular count, they know that Fred is probably dropping out the string three or the run with three vertical, and they're running the dig route or the drag route, shallow drag run underneath. Dre don't have I don't know if Dre's injured, if it's anything doing his lower extremity, I think it's his shoulder, but yep. Yeah, but I mean, he don't have the ability to kind of turn and run right now. I mean, I think we kind of playing back, banged up a little bit. There's just things that I've seen in the game plan that I'm not happy with. I don't see the chemistry. I don't see the down and distance correlation with the personnel that we have on the field. I don't see us forcing the ball out of certain people's hand to make it give it to other people. I'm not seeing us putting a box and one on. I mean, Chase had 5 or 6 catches on the first series alone. If the game plan is to go in to stop Chase, we did a terrible job of doing it. You can't go into a game and have 4 receptions, 5 receptions for the guy that we're trying to isolate out of the defense on the first series. At some point, you got to be able to say, hey, T. Higgins beat us. Hey, Mixon beat us. Hey, whoever beat us. That didn't happen yesterday. And it hadn't happened for many weeks. Many weeks. Justin Jefferson didn't play the week before. I'm sorry, the weekend before that. We couldn't stop their second option. So it's things like that. When the off season come or the off week come, that's what I see is one, maybe Wilkes has to come down from the box to call it from the field. 2, I don't know what we put in. I mean, do we go back to base? We'll go back to base. I think we even worse in base with the personnel we put on the field. We see our backup linebackers. We are 11-man squad. If any one of those 11 men are out of the lineup, we are bad. When we're in the middle of our rotation on the defense line, we are bad. When we had Hyder Jr., when he came in the game, his 10 plays a game, he was getting pressure 3 of those 10. You can count on him being in the backfield. We have guys that have no desire to be able to win up front and have not been winning up front. Our rotation is terrible up front, and that's where I think our situation starts. Everybody can blame Purdy. They can say he hit a wall. Yeah, he made a stupid decision he missed the handoff, what Kyle said. He made a stupid decision to throw that ball, maybe throw it out of bounds, hope the penalty.
That was a great play, though. That was just a great play. It
was a great play, but you can't. What Kyle says is one, it's a run play. First of all, your footwork got to be good enough to be able. That shouldn't happen. A turnover shouldn't happen because your footwork is wrong. A turnover should happen if the running back is overzealous and misses the handoff or trying to make a move before he gets hit, and we got immediate penetration. We had none of those things. We had nothing. We just missed the handoff, and we ad-libbed, and he made a play.
It looked like Purdy turned the wrong way, honestly.
So, I mean, again, but what I will say is watching Purdy, he made some impromptu plays yesterday. The 3 or 4 runs that he had for first down yesterday were dynamic.
Led the team in rushing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the throwback. He made 2 throws back across the field. One was for the first down that Kittle's in the goal line. The next was to McCaffrey, was it, for a touchdown? Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of them were crossbody, ill-advised throws. But in the same sense, again, the kid is a gamer. People can continue to throw stones at him. I know I want to get this from Garoppolo, Trey Lance, Kaepernick, anyone that got
to see Trey.
Again, Any one of the guys in the last Mullins, you name the last 10 quarterbacks that have taken a snap or been on the 49 roster, Brock Purdy's better than every last one of them. Name the last 10.
Yeah, I don't know if he's better than Kaepernick. I mean, the offense, Greg Roman's offense was basically
Greg Roman's offense. You just said it. I'm glad you said it. Greg Roman's offense. Think about it. Lamar hasn't looked this great without Greg Roman as well.
They look better now without Greg Roman. Greg Roman's
No.
gone. He looked better. They spread the ball around. You can't play football like that no more. That style of football is a lost art. I mean, if your defense is dominant like the Jets are dominating right now, you can play that way. But you got to throw the ball around. I mean, for me, this is nothing new for Purdy, though. The picks. Purdy was throwing the ball all over the field last year. People were dropping the interceptions. In practice, he was throwing the ball all over the field. We were catching the interceptions in practice. And now he's throwing the ball all over the field, and the picks is happening. I mean, so he always puts the ball in harm's way. We were getting away with it a lot last year. Also, our defense was dominant, so we was getting the ball a lot last year. But I'm not so sold on Purdy, to be honest with you.
So, speaking of not being sold on him, do you think he's hit a wall? Like, he technically still is a rookie. I don't think he's even started even 16 games yet.
Purdy makes – okay, go ahead. Who, me?
I'm not getting Ricky status. I'm not even giving that cop out. Purdy is the leader of my franchise. If you say you're the president of the Moody Club, I'm riding with Purdy. Again, I've seen the 10 quarterbacks we had. Kaepernick was good in the season we went to the Super Bowl. The year after after Kaepernick left us, or after we lost in the Super Bowl, he came back and tried to show that he was a thrower. And even though his numbers look better, we wasn't half the team we were the year we went to the Super Bowl because of that. So with that being said, I'm just looking at it a little different. And I'll stand with Purdy. Even the interception that he threw yesterday, I think he should shoot the middle linebacker on that throw. The other one was just ill-advised, trying to make a play when there was no play. Other than that, again, last week's interception, one, I think, again, Juwan got caught up at the top of his route. The other one was pressing in for that. Again, I know I can make an excuse for every last one, like you can probably make for any quarterback.
Right, anybody.
But again, I don't see him making pre-snap snafus like I see other quarterbacks make.
No.
He has an IQ level at the quarterback position that I can live and die with, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if like I said, if Debo's there, Trent's there, McCaffrey and all the weapons there, and the defense is there, Purdy is perfectly fine. But when you take one of those pieces away, and right now the defense isn't holding up its end, Purdy can't lead us over the top.
Let me ask y'all this. Changing back to the other side of the ball, how much blame should go to the players? How much should go to Steve Wilkes right now?
The players got to get a lot of blame. They're missing a lot of tackles. I mean, you watch the games and people, even Fred, Dre, I'm not sure if it's the injury or not, but Dre is missing almost every tackle. Give him a shoulder, they bounce off and keep on going. I mean, so it's a lot of effort plays. I mean, C. Ward, I mean, he gets beat a lot, he handsy, but I mean, to me, at least he gives the effort. He's there, he's running, but he's just not a man-to-man corner, and he's getting beat. But to me, it seems like he's getting effort. I mean, I don't know, that D-line, it just seems like they just disappeared overnight. I mean, they were the most dominant force in like football, and I just think they disappeared.
What a face.
Yeah. I totally disagree. I mean, I'm going to put it on. Our scheme looks vanilla, right? Everybody is. It looks like every offense is 2 steps ahead of us in defense. So that's why I said I can't really give it to the players. Yeah, the players have to perform, but I don't see where we've created an avenue for us to be successful, right? I mean, where is the force in the one-on-one? Where is it where we're going to overload one side where they can't double block Bosa, or they can't, double team whoever? Like, you're going to force from a quarterback standpoint, from a defense standpoint, when you going to make them slide right? When you going to make it be an overload right and everybody got to slide right and you got to lead that backside tackle one-to-one with Bosa? And I'd seen the stats somewhere, but I got to go back and watch the game. They're saying teams are not even double teaming Bosa anymore. It's a one-on-one. Now, I haven't seen that, but I seen somebody tweet it, but I hadn't seen it.
He's facing a lot of single.
That's again, the man makes $2 million a game. This year, the man makes $2 million a game, and he can't even tell you what kind of bubble gum the quarterback chews.
Well, the contract kicks in next year, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but he makes $2 million a game when it's time for him to get paid, and he can't tell me the smell of the bubble gum that the quarterback chews.
I think
You
the
know,
blame. Go
I
ahead.
wasn't
Finish
saying
it.
that I wasn't comparing the effort with the scheme. I think the scheme is horrible, but I think the effort hasn't been up to par either.
No. As an ex DB coach is if when you're holding and grabbing, that's an undisciplined player. That means you don't trust your technique. You don't trust your coaching. You don't trust the scheme. You don't trust where your help is supposed to be. You hadn't watched the film to understand they like this formation. They like this route out of this formation. They like this combo coverage or this combo route pattern or philosophy out of this situation. That tells me lack of film work. That takes me lack of trusting your skills, trusting your technique, and trusting your coaching. As an ex-DB coach, that's what I've always taught. If you're going out there grabbing and holding, you're being over-aggressive, you don't trust the scheme, you don't trust what I've called. And that's what I've seen from Mooney Ward, that he doesn't trust what's being called, or he's trying to make plays that he's not capable of making right now.
Wilkes is a
Mooney
DB
Ward when he got
coach.
there.
And they
Mooney
say that's
Ward.
his number one thing. He's always on the field working with the DBs.
He's always been handsy. Last year too, he was handsy.
So I don't know. One of the other things too is he's never coached a top 10 defense. This is the most talent he's ever had. He's always gotten a lot out of the average guys or whatever and made them good and coached them to the scheme or whatever. So you would think he would be able to elevate and take the guys with all his talent and be superb.
No, you ever try to tell a millionaire what he gonna eat for lunch?
No.
Exactly. That's what it's like trying to teach some of these guys. These guys are spoiled, sound like to me. If he's always coached guys that are hungry for your next contract to be better, it's easier to motivate people who don't have anything, who trying to fight to stay in the league. But if you look at the paper every day and you're looking at your name is listed top this, top that, I'm heralded this, I got this, endorsement, I got this. It's hard to motivate those guys and get up. They're looking at, I need to save myself for the next 4 years. I need to save. I'm again, just like anything else. You see guys get big contracts and then they take some time off because they don't want to get hurt. They know their money's not guaranteed. They start taking business deals or business decisions when it's time to do certain things. When you see guys in contract year, you see guys have unbelievable effort. You see them make plays time and time again. And when it's contract year with some of the guys you never heard of, they become Pro Bowlers, all lead, whatever things that. And this is where we are right now with these guys. Everybody has gotten paid and nobody has a hunger anymore to make anything happen.
Right, the effort.
Hopefully that's not the case, but
definitely lacking.
Let's go down. Let's go down. We don't have time. Okay.
Cool. Unfortunately, we don't got time on this episode.
I'm not a financial advisor, but I know a fool too.
On this bye week, we might have to get back into it, have another extension of what we need to see change heading into the Jacksonville game. But for everybody out there, please like, subscribe, comment, follow us on YouTube, Whistle Gang Podcast. We want to appreciate DB for joining us. I'm sure this will be his last time
on the
podcast. And just a final word. Y'all, quick final words, y'all. 10 seconds. What you got, DB? Final word.
Like I said, man, playoffs will be there, but we got to just find this defense, get it together, and back to Niners football. Like you said, running the football, playing defense, and some explosive plays when we can. Otherwise, we'll be all right, though.
All right. No, you got any final words for the faithful out there? 10 seconds, bro.
No, I'm good. Hey, listen, let my dogs eat up front. Let's figure out how to get it done. I like a shell coverage. I'm good to coach any day of the week. I appreciate everybody coming out. I'm still drinking and I can't get over what we're doing right now. So this 3-game skid doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like Niner football. It feels like Carolina Panther football. And just because I'm in Carolina country don't mean I need to feel this way.
Listen, everybody out there, just relax. We're going to be fine. See us in Jacksonville. We're going to have exclusive whistles, pre-sale going on for the whistles. It's going to be essential for us while we in the building all weekend in Jacksonville. Other than that, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see y'all next episode. Peace.